Hey guys, sorry it's been a long time. I've been really busy, had a lot going on. I'm about to have a baby in February. Sorry, I've been really wanting to make these videos. Sometimes it's hard. Haven't had a lot of viewers and followers. But today we're going to talk about the NFL playoffs. There's another game that's about to happen. My video will probably honestly not be published for a little bit. It takes a while to upload. The game will probably already be started by then. But the first game is over, but I do want to say I did believe the Bengals were gonna win. I saw that coming. I was gonna pick the Bengals. I was a little late on that game, so sorry about that one. But this is about the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. They split their two meetings in the regular season. In one of those meetings, Jones only threw the ball four times, had 19 yards. They relied on the running game. They ran the ball very effective, had over 200 rushing yards. In the second game, they also ran the ball very well. And Josh Allen didn't play as good in the first game. He had a little issues, and just personally, he wasn't able to run for as much. In the second game, Josh Allen ran for more than any running back that the Bills had. So to say this, the Patriots' run defense has performed very well against the Bills. The issue was the offense did not do enough in the second game. The first game, they completely ran in the running game, which obviously the Patriots are going to try to win these games based off the running game. But the issue is will they be able to win the game off of running? I don't believe that's going to be personally the case. I think they're going to have to throw the ball. Mac Jones is going to have to show up like he did in Alabama. He's going to have to show the guts, the performance, and that he is capable of being that guy that I think he is, and then he can be a great quarterback, which he has shown. Had 22 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, not a bad season. Obviously, he's on a good team. He didn't have to pass the ball too much, and they relied on running, so those statistics may be a little flawed. But here's the thing. Here's some things to know. Josh Allen, he did put on a good performance last time he played him. But in the last two games of the regular season, Allen completed 49.3% of his passes. The Patriots, meanwhile, held opponents to the second lowest completion percentage in the league, behind only the Bills. Allen has had the second worst completion percentage in freezing game temperatures over the 15 seasons, 50%. So his ability to put together a more complete home game will go a long way in determining everything. Next tab. But obviously, Mac Jones is going to have to throw the football more than 3 or 4 times. His last performance, he had 2 interceptions against the Bills, another one, which wasn't very good. And the other issue here is they've both been sacked around the same time, and both offensive lines are not bad. That doesn't seem like that's going to be too much of an issue. Obviously, give me 1 second. I got something else I wanted to show here. If I can find it. About N'Keal Harry. And sorry guys, it's taking a second. If I can find it. Sorry, it's taking me a little bit. Here it is. So here's something that was posted on Twitter, and it's a statistic about N'Keal Harry. Probably pronouncing his name wrong. He's been targeted 98 times in his career. 46 of those targets, 47% have resulted in a pick, incompletion, or fumble. There was a few times the Patriots had opportunities, clean passes, could have gave the Patriots new life in the loss that they did have to the Bills. He didn't show up. They didn't have Aguilar, who is definitely a big help for them. If they can space the football field out, they can get some passes, get some first downs, help the running game out. I easily can see the Patriots winning this football game. They've won before. They also held the Bills to 10 points. And obviously Josh Allen didn't play as good in that game. In both of the games that Josh Allen's played, let's look here at Josh Allen's stats. Look up Josh Allen's stats. But here, one of the issues in this is the fact that the last game he played very well. He had 314 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And the game before, he only had 145 yards and 1 touchdown. The QB rating, much different, 104.4 in the win. The loss, 75. You can say the same about Mac Jones. You look at his performance. Obviously, neither one's going to be very sharp. He 31.4 against Buffalo the last game, and the first game 84.0. Neither one of those good. He only threw for 19 yards the first game. He had 145 the second. But the big thing here is that Josh Allen was the main runner in basically both of these games. He can run the football. And the other issue is the Bills were able to throw the football. In the first game, obviously the biggest factor for the Bills and for the Patriots is going to be Stephon Diggs. So J.C. Jackson is the corner that is going to be offending Stephon Diggs. Jackson held Diggs in check during their first meeting with 5 catches, 51 yards in Week 13. He's excited for this. However, in the last game, he allowed 7 catches, 85 yards, and he beat Jackson for a touchdown. Still don't think that's that bad compared to how Diggs can play on people, but he's going to have to play better than that, and that's clearly something that we're going to have to see him do, because they're not going to win this football game if Stephon Diggs goes crazy on them. I don't see it happening. He's too good. Diggs he's gonna get his yards, but you got to hold the guy in check. You're gonna have to be able to do that. He's just too good of a player. And hold on, sorry guys. The other issue, where's that other video I had? Or the other?
Oh.
Did you delete it? Oh, it's not there. It's whatever. But Jackson has given up quite a bit of yards in the past to Stephon Diggs, but the last 2 meetings, not too bad. But obviously, like I said, they're going to have to be able to throw the football against the Bills. My prediction on this is where it's opinion, it's not fact. I think that Jackson is going to play decent against Stephon, but I also feel like Diggs is going to get his yards. So I really think it comes down to Mac Jones. And I think Mac Jones is ready. I think he's going to come out there. I think he's going to perform. I think they're going to get help from their running game. In both games, they've been able to rush for over 100 yards, even if that counts the quarterback. And Mac Jones is getting some yards on the Bills. I mean, that's helping. Mac Jones is not a running quarterback. So if he has 6 carries, 33 yards, and he probably got sacked a few times, I'm not really sure. I didn't look at that too well. But if he can run on them, they're going to be able to run a little bit. They have some good running backs. Harris is really good. And clearly he had every touchdown in the last game. And Rondé Stevenson, I don't think, played in the last game. So that's also a big bonus. I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to play today. He's a very talented, I believe, a rookie. He's very talented. But personally, I think Aguilar being back, they got a really good defense. I think the Patriots are going to come out with an upset today, and I think they're going to win the football game. That's crazy because the Bills, I just think they're a few steps away from winning a Super Bowl. But I don't think they're as good as they were last year. I feel like they're not as good of a team, and I think the Patriots came out of nowhere. And Bill Belichick is just such a good coach. And if Mac Jones doesn't have to do too much, I definitely think they're going to win. But I even see that. I think Mac Jones is going to play better than he did last game. And I personally believe that the Patriots are going to win this one. My prediction is the Patriots 27-24. And there's this one other game I want to talk about because I'm going to make it short and sweet. I'm not even really going to put any opinion I'm not really going to put any fact. I'm just going to go opinion. I think it's an easy game to pick tomorrow. I'm going to pick the other games tomorrow later in a video. But this specific NFL game I decided I could pick because I think everybody's on the same page. I think the Bucs are going to blow the Eagles out. I don't think it's going to be a close game. Personally, Jalen Hurts I don't think he's that good. He's just playing a very talented defense. He was great in fantasy football. But the problem with Jalen Hurts is he had 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's not too bad. But against the teams that were good, he didn't do too much. He had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions against the Cowboys. He had 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions against the Chiefs. That's not bad. And the only appearance against the Bucks, he had a touchdown and interception and only threw for 115 yards. You look at a lot of these games, and there's just some games that they come out of nowhere. 3 interceptions against the Giants. That's horrific. You can't be playing like that. And who knows, maybe he comes out playing awesome tomorrow and gives them a chance to win, but I personally think it's going to be a blowout. I got the Bucks by 20 points or more in this game. I think they're easily going to cover any kind of spread that there is, or I'm not really sure. I don't know too much about betting and how all that works with the games, but I think this is an easy pick if it even wins you any money at all. It's a hard pick if you want the Eagles to cover the spread because I don't think they have a chance at all. And but personally, that's my picks. I got the Bucks winning tomorrow in an easy game, and I got tonight being a very close game that could go either way. But I'm going to go with my opinion here and not what is probably going to be the likely thing that'll happen. I'm going to go with the Patriots winning. I just believe they're ready. I believe they're ready for this, and I think the Bills are going to have to come back next year better because I think they're going to realize they got a little bit worse this season, and they're gonna have to play better. I think Allen was a little bit worse this season. He had a little bit more issues. I think if they can get past the Patriots, they still have a good chance of going to the Super Bowl. It just depends on if they can score last against the Chiefs or the Bengals. I think either one of those teams. I really think the Bengals could go very far. That's also why I picked them today. But with the Bengals, they're going to have to play better. They're going to have to be more aggressive, and I think it's kind of the same thing with the Patriots. I don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball down the Bills' throats again. History would say they're going to be able to run for at least 100 yards because they did it in both the last 2 appearances. But I think they're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive, and Mac Jones is going to have to take chances, and he's going to have to perform. And like I said, this is where it's opinion, but I think that's going to happen. I got the Patriots winning. I hope you guys enjoy the games tonight and tomorrow. I'm going to come out with another video tomorrow. I'm sorry it took so long to get back to you guys. I really hope you enjoy this. You have a great night. Enjoy some football and be safe.